Oh my goodness, it's Saturday morning and it is kind of early and about 6:30 maybe. But I knew I had to get a quiche cooked. I'm not waiting till tomorrow, we need it today because I have been putting it off. So I've got my 8 eggs here in my bowl and I'm just going to whisk them up. I'll add a little bit of this cream to it. A little bit of that cream to that. I took that cream out of the bottle, the container, because I was going to use it and then I didn't. So, easy. Your eggs and your cream or milk, pie crust, great value. Some turkey that my sister brought by to visit with mother for lunch. And so we are going to use it this way. I roll it and I just chop it. That one package of turkey, my sister, she doesn't think about how much things cost, and I looked on there and that package of turkey that she got cut at the Walmart, probably deli, I think it was Walmart, was nearly $10 for this turkey. I thought, Lord help. So let me get this is what I'm looking for. Get my hands. We got our great value or food pub onions, frozen, of course, frozen. I tell y'all, frozen, get them and you'll have them. You know, I've got fresh onions over there, but I don't feel like chopping onions this time of morning, and I'm not going to. So, okay. Now I'll take some of my cheese. See, I've got this kind of put out today finally. Like, I guess I think I'm not Martha Stewart. I'd rather be Julia Childs, I think. I just put that down in the bottom of my pie pan, on top of the crust, and it just kind of gives it a glue. Then I'll put my onions, frozen onions, just right. See how frozen they are? Right on top of that. Not a whole bunch, but you want it where it's, give me a bag. You want it where it's flavorful. I've made quiches on here a million times, and I'll put the tie on them. I've got to get them back in the freezer because they're starting to really melt. So now we'll take our chopped ham, put a little bit of that, and I'm going to take my spinach leaves, baby spinach. Remember, I always use baby spinach so that those stems on the old daddy spinach won't be so tough. So we use the baby spinach and just chop it. Kind of like that. Put that around in there. Go ahead. We just put it all around in there. I've got two things I've got to do this morning. The quiche was one. Okay, now I'll go ahead and add my little bit of cheese. I don't want a whole bunch of cheese. So there you go. Let me move this over. Then I'll take my egg mixture, whisk it, pour it right in here, and then I will do this. All right. Now remember I told you, get your vegetables and stuff down under that egg mixture so that they're not poked out like a sore thumb. And then they'll burn too, kinda. So there, I got that kind of put for places it needs to be. And I'll put that in our oven. That's our quiche. I'll put that in our oven for at 350. We'll put it in there for 25, 30 minutes. You're going to have to do your oven the way you do it because I don't know how good your oven cooks or how fast. Or if it's convection or if it's a regular, if it's a gas oven or an electric oven. All that you have to take in consideration. So watch your first quiche and then write your time down. Now you can take your back of a spoon, is what I usually do. I'll dip it in my egg and I'll just take it, kind of put it up on the crust out here. That kind of shines the crust with the egg wash, kind of. Basically the same idea. All right, we're going to put this in the oven at 350. Let me get the oven turned on. And let's do it 25 minutes and we'll do it on convection. There we go. Now then, so now we've got the quiche in. I don't think that'll be too loud on this. If it is, well, I guess it'll just be too loud. Because I won't know it till after I film this. Oh, I had a pleasant conversation yesterday. You know, Mother and I we get intrigued to watch new things just like y'all do. And I had been, well, a couple months ago, I had run across Grandma Lois Bayard Rice. Of course, we watch her because Mother likes her a lot. Granny Pat, we like her a lot. Mother watches a lot of that. She loves The View. And so we were watching a new channel. Well, it wasn't new to me. It was new to Mother. And she had been subscribed to my channel a couple months maybe. But it's Kentucky Life with Debbie. So y'all need to look up Kentucky Life with Debbie. If you like, she's got a real good sense of humor. She tells interesting stories. She doesn't cook a lot, but I had messaged Grandma Lois yesterday and said, please give Debbie my information. Well, last night, probably about 6:30, a message came in, and it was her. So I said, well, let me call you. So we talked, I bet, for an hour or more, just because I've not been getting outside. It's too hot. And I had a great visit. Uh, Let me get a drink. Very enjoyable. So you go look up Kentucky Life with Debbie and subscribe to her channel because I think she's about 2,500 if I'm not mistaken, something like that. So let's get her numbers on up there. My numbers have been falling off, but it does that sometimes. I mean, so y'all look and make sure you're subscribed to our channel. And without me doing the lives, I think that's had a big impact on it. But I'll get back to doing those pretty soon. You know, as soon as I possibly can. Let me get. Let me get. I'm gonna get one pie crust, and I knew I had to do something, y'all, with these, with the, with the cherry pie filling that I had cooked. I mean, it's perfectly wonderful because I've kept it nearly in the second part of the refrigerator that nearly freezes stuff. But I knew that I had to do something and use it because, like I told y'all, we do not eat a lot of things. I don't know which bowl to put it in. Let me get in here in the pantry. I'm in the pantry area where I've got my dishes. I'll just use my false scrap pan. It's kind of got some grazing, but it's not through to where it would hurt anybody. So we're just gonna get one of these pie. I probably should have left it out a little bit. I had it out and then I put it back in because I thought, no, I need to make the quiche first. So we'll see. We'll see if we tear it up or we don't tear it up. These are the crusts that I got at Aldi's, and I really kind of like them because they seem to be uh, very similar to my Tort uh, recipe. See, I'm just going to put that right down in around that Tort pan, and there'll be enough grease. They have enough grease in them that you can get them out of the pan pretty easy. I'll say that and then we won't be able to get it out, but I hope we can uh, take this and kind of, even if it's like a cobbler, it'll be okay, you know. But I'm gonna freeze that. That's the thing I'm thinking about too. Let me see. Uh, let me see how much if I used one of the other pie pan. I think I'll just do it this way instead of using some of my crusty pie plans that I saved. Uh, we're just gonna do it this way. And if we have to dip it out, we'll just dip it out, you know. Okay, now, all that we have to do to that is, let me get this kind of warm, get this, cherry mixture, put into this. Okay. Now, let me take that on around, and I'm going to do it pretty thin because I want that I want that to be more like a tort than a pie, you know. So you want it thinner right down in here. So when you put your other crust on the top of that, and that bakes down, then you can cut this in however you want to. You know, you can cut it in, you can cut it, say, pie shape or dip it out, or so that's basically okay there. Let me get two different things and I'll show you of this oven. Let me cut that oven off for just a minute because it's whistling and doing everything. Once I get this, then we don't need to talk anymore for right now. And I'll just let things, so I'm going to take that other crust. Now these crusts come two in a box. And I think they're $4 or something. That's fine. I can't buy the flour and all that. And I probably could make them for about $2. I'm not sure. So let me get my little cheat, my little cheat pie cheat. Hold on, I'll show you. I got me a little pie cheat, a little lattice cheater, so I don't have to sit here and do that whole thing. Just roll that out, see, on top of that, like this. Center it the best that you can. Center it the best that you can. And let me get my, well, I can't ever find anything when I need it. You know, that's just the way life is. Around here, it sure is. I was going to get my dough roller, and I think I put it in the, I have five, about 4 or 5. So we're just going to do it this way. Let's see. Where could my dough rollers be? My dough roller. Well, I had one that I liked just for this, but it doesn't seem to be here. So that's okay. We'll do it without it. But if you have a dough roller, you just roll it right over that. See, I took my antique dough roller holder off of the wall, and I can't just run over there and get it until we get this painting finished. I still haven't got that finished. Y'all know me and my painting was supposed to be done a month ago, but let me use this jar of salt, this Morton salt jar. Let's just use that. Rub it on this paper here. Let's try that and see if that'll work. I bet it does. Now then, You have to kind of work. We're going to work. Try to work kind of fast. It's getting, it's, uh, it's getting hot. Thought I could do this just beautifully, and I really did. I may not be able to, y'all, because it's, the air conditioner's out in this part of the house, so I'm having to do the best that I can. And that looks like the Dickens. Maybe we can pull it apart, pull that on around there, and get it to where it's kind of a tort. A tort. See, get it a tort. It's kind of a cockeyed tort. I can't do like I used to. And I can't slide that, so that's just going to have to be a cockeyed tort. If you like cockeyed torts, come on over. I'm just going to fold that under there. Yeah, I don't want to mess with it anymore. It'll tear plumb up and you won't be able to. But I sat there too long, and I sat there too long and was debating about, let's just trim the edges. I was just sitting there too long and debating on the dough roller and where it was. I should have not took this out, but I didn't think about not having my dough roller right here. I bet this would be good, though. Look like a Dickens. Yeah, cockeyed tort. Okay, be okay. Now we're gonna take us a little pure cane sugar, and I'm just gonna get a little spoon, just a little spoon. Just put your little bit of sugar over the top of that. Now we'll get that in the oven just as soon as we can here in just a minute. And I'll get this mess cleaned up, and then we will be back. Well, you know that I wasn't happy with my tort, so it looks a little better even though it's kind of stained. I went ahead and took my Psychome knife, and I just acted like I was in pastry class, and I just sat here and cut out, because I wasn't happy with it even if I didn't want to give it to nobody. Or then now I've cut it to where it looks halfway decent, just halfway decent. So then I get in here, and of course I use the bottom of the other torte pan to keep on my quiche. Now I'm afraid this quiche, here's the quiche. You see there's just a small little dot in the middle that is still gooey. The rest is perfect. It's not burnt. The crust looks good. So I'm going to set this into my microwave for about not long. I don't know how long. And that will cook that middle part And then I'll switch out and put the pie, the tort, into the oven. And I will use my trusty little metal to go on top of it. And I'll reset the oven at 350. And I'll put it in for, I would say, 30 minutes to get that really done. But I'll check it a little bit after. Okay. Let me show you. Let me get this out. If I possibly can without burning myself. Let me see if that's, it's got to go a little bit longer. I only had it in there for 1.5 minutes. Oh no, not a half a minute. And let's go for 2 full minutes. And that will get that middle perfectly cooked. It's more like a double convection oven. So we're waiting on that. Let me look and I'll show it to you. So I don't have to cut the camera off and on. Just hang tight with me. And we'll look and see here. Let me see. That center they're hard to cook occasionally. Depends on the oven and I don't know, it just depends on several things. I'm going to go ahead and let it go for 2 whole minutes. And let me check. Now that will, get this off. Okay. Now that went ahead and firmed up. I went ahead and firmed up. So there's our quiche. And see now it's firmer. There's just a little bit maybe of a small, just a hair of liquid. But that will go ahead and what I'll do is I'll take one of the other pie pans and just sit it on top of it. And that'll it'll soften it up and it'll go ahead and cook that. So I'll be back once I get this pie going or finished. Well, I almost forgot. I cut a piece. I got the quiche out. And you can see it. See how that filled in there. So now I got mother's out and I'm going to cut mine. It's still pretty hot. But the crust always comes off of these. But that's okay because they're so good, you see. They're so good you can just eat a big hunk of crust. Okay, so that's our quiche for today. The pie is baking. And I will add pictures or let me see how many minutes. It's got a little bit to go. I'll show you when I get through with that. I'll be back. Okay, I want to take the pie out of the oven. It's already getting set, and I want to take some melted butter because I think that makes a pie so much better. I'm just going to dribble melted butter over that pie that I had melted in that saucer. Then I'll stick it back We've got enough sugar on it, and it looks good, and it will be good. Um, I'll probably just put photographs on it so I can get this video closed out. So today it looks like it's going to rain, maybe. Mother and I are fine. Y'all are fine. I'm going to work on the lives on the big computer and see if I can get any more of the glitches worked out. But I just feel like once I get that done, we'll be free sailing. So y'all go check out the channels I told you about. Say prayers for us. We pray for you. God bless you. God bless us. God bless the United States because we need it. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Well, I'd already took my microphone off and I just got this out of the oven. And I thought, I wanted you to see it. It's still bubbling, boy. It smells good. Wish y'all was here to have some of this. Okay, bye-bye.